enjoy our content, subscribe and we can make more videos. Since we love God and are thankful for the food that He puts on our table, let's start with the scripture. John 6:35. Then Jesus declared, I am the bread of life. Whoever comes to me will never go hungry, and whoever believes in me will never be thirsty. Just as God provides for us in our life, I try to provide for my bunny. Today we're going to talk about his food, starting with what he consumes the most to what he consumes in moderate amounts. Let's get started. The food that I make sure that my bunny has always readily available is hay, and that's Timothy hay, the fibrous one like this, because bunnies' teeth are always growing and they constantly need to be filed down with fibrous things like bark and Timothy hay. When he was a baby, I gave him alfalfa hay and I mixed it with the Timothy because it's higher in calcium for their growing bones. But as soon as they become like around 1 year old, you're supposed to wean them off the alfalfa because it's too rich with the calcium and it could cause them like kind of similar to what us humans have as kidney stones. So yep, this is Timothy hay and it should be 80% of their diet. So hey all day. Okay, anyways, I make his litter with hay. So what I do is I have his container and I put paper towels and then I line it with hay on the bottom, and then I put hay. He just always has access to this at all times and a lot of it because it's really important for the diet. The other thing he always has access to, or that I feed him continuously, are these natural meadow hay bales. And if I zoom in for you, it's by this Rosewood brand. I'm not sponsored by any of these brands, but hey, if you guys want to sponsor us, I'd welcome that. So it's this Rosewood brand and they're called meadow hay bales, but if you look, they're compressed meadow hays from Bavaria, like 20 different types of meadow hay. So it provides a lot of various nutrients, and again, it's fibrous, so it helps break down their teeth. And I just kind of break it off in sections and put it in his litter with the rest of his hay. And yeah, that seems to keep him content for the base. This is the basis of his food regimen that I have for him. Another thing that bunnies should always have access to or available to them, according to Laura Leigh and Lennon the Bunny channel, which I love her channel, you guys. If you want to check that out, she provides a lot of information. She's smart, she's beautiful, and her bunny Lennon is really cute, and he kind of looks like my bunny BB, so there's kind of like a bias there. But anyway, yeah, she's all about enrichment and giving the bunnies a lot of toys to keep them stimulated. And I like to buy these kind of hard textured toys that he can kind of file his teeth on to keep his teeth in good health. Like here's one with like a shaky ball thing in, and this is like grapewood, I believe, and applewood sticks, and these are called a trio of fun balls, made again by the Rosewood brand, and they provide 3 different textures for him to chew on. And he really likes this a lot and tends to break this one apart and make a mess in his cage, but that's fine because as long as he's having fun, right? Okay, here are some of the things that I feed him 2 or 3 times a day, like fresh foods. Sometimes more. I know you should limit it to 2 or 3 times a day, but he really loves this stuff and it's fresh, so I figure, yeah, it should be 2 or 3 times a day, because you have to monitor their poops, and that kind of it shows you their health, like how their systems are running. And their poop should be like kind of like a dried little ball, not like really runny. Once it's runny, you know they're having too much of this kind of food, like too much food with water in it. So just kind of, check their poops out, and yeah, just to maintain their health. And they're supposed to eat some of their poops as well. They're called cecotropes. And they kind of look like more oval and more like liquidy. I know this is kind of gross, but it's actually good for the digestive systems to re-ingest that. So if you see your bunny eating their poops, like certain ones, they're supposed to. My bunny, for some reason, loves to eat like even the other types of poops. He's just like, I think it must taste like cookies to him or something, and I don't know why, because I provide all this good food for him, but he's still, yeah, I hope he didn't hear me because he'd be very upset that I'm telling you this. Anyway, okay, this is what I feed him like 2 or 3 times a week. And at Whole Foods, they didn't have the organic. I usually get him the spring mix, but they ran out. So this time I got him the 50-50 blend, and this one has baby spinach and spring mix. But the spinach, actually, you're not supposed to feed them that often because it's high in oxalates. And oxalates are, again, like the alfalfa, like really, they have a lot of calcium in them and can cause what is similar to us in humans, like kidney stones in them, like actual, like deposits of calcium in their bladder, and it could be really painful and uncomfortable for them, and you have to get a surgery. Anyway, it's really not good for them. Yeah. So, yeah, no spinach, sparingly, if that even. And what I do is I bring this container home, and now because of COVID-19, it says it's triple wash, but I still wash it in vinegar one time, all of it, and then I rinse it after, and then I pick out his favorite ones because I know what he likes by this time, and I put them in a glass container because of BPAs and things like that. But yeah, so these are his favorite veggies from the spring mix, and they're kind of like green leaf lettuce and frisee, and he likes the really like curly ones with sharp edges for some reason, and not too much not too fond of like purple lettuces and things. But each bunny's preferences may be different, you know, just pay attention to what they like and things. But yeah, that's what I do. I wash it again with vinegar when I come home, and then I pick out all his favorites and put them in a container like this, so they're just readily available when he wants that. And then to kind of change it up, like, because I figured, you know, like we like dressings on our salads and things like that. I mean, the best thing would be to give him fresh herbs, but since I don't have access to that, I opt for the dry herbs, and I just sprinkle like one of these on, or 2 of these, or, you know, just change it up for him to give him a different, like here there's organic parsley flakes I sprinkle on his salad sometimes, or rosemary, or Italian seasoning. This says a mixture of all different herbs, including garlic, which is good for their immune system. Not too much though, but this is really good and adds flavor to his lettuce. And dill is also really good and a unique flavor. So I just sprinkle those on his greens, on these greens, and I feed that to him 2 or 3 times a day. And here's the hearts of romaine. This is really good. He likes this. It's got a crunchy texture. You know, again, I wash it in vinegar and water, and then I rinse it again, and then I give this to him, and I kind of cut the bottoms off because he doesn't like the rib too much. But when I travel with him in the car, I like to bring this because it provides a lot of hydration, like with the rib having so much water content, and the lettuce doesn't wilt as fast as this does. So this is kind of like his travel greens, and then this is his everyday, like, greens that I feed him like morning and night. They're crepuscular, meaning that they're active in the morning and at nighttime. So yeah, that's when I usually try to make him a plate. And yeah, this is his green regimen. What we would consider are like candy and donut section. These are the things that he should have, or he does get sparingly, but are some of his favorites. Like for example, this one, the organic barley biscuit by Oxbow. This is bunny crack. Like he loves this stuff. It's made with Timothy hay, but it's crunchy, and I think cane molasses is the sweetener on that. But he loves that. These herby filled cushions are another one of his favorites. They're allowed up to 5 a day, and I put his multivitamin drops on this. So I give him 5 in his dish, and then I put like 2 drops of this on there, and it's just a liquid multivitamin that kind of helps support his, you know, everything, his health and things like that. Here again, made by Rosewood, is Naturals Nature Salad, and it's a blend of dried flowers and herbs and grass and like these and some grain. If you can see, there's some grain in there, and he really loves the grain, but that's not like the best thing for them, so I do give this to him sparingly, but he loves this. It gives a variety of flavors. There's lavender in there, marigold, things like that. But yeah, and then I bought this by Oxbow. It's a natural science joint support, and this has glucosamine and turmeric and ginger in it. And this is supposed to help with his joints because the antibiotics he was on, when I read up on it, affects his joints, and he's still a baby and growing, so I just wanted to make sure that he had some support with that. And another product that I like by Oxbow, I like this brand as well. See, they seem to have good quality products out there on the market, but is our Garden Select Young Rabbit Food. He's under a year, so this is what I get him. They have an adult formula as well, but I've been reading all of the labels on these products, and this seems to be one of the best products that I found in all the pet stores because there's no soy or wheat, so it's non-GMO, which a lot of the other products, the first ingredient that they list is like soy and wheat. And this one has it's natural with vitamins and minerals and herbal formula. It has a really nice kind of herbaceous smell that he likes as well, and it's recommended by veterinarians. So yeah, this is up to a quarter cup a day. This shouldn't be their whole basis of their diet. Like, you know how in some pet stores you see them with just all pellets, but yeah, especially for young bunnies, like a quarter cup of pellets. And yeah, and these things should be given in even less quantities. Like orange, maybe if one slice, like a third of the slice is what I give them a day. And for an apple snack, I give him just a sliver of apple because these are both, again, high in fructose, like natural fruit sugars, but it's still sugar to their bodies. And he gets really hyper, and what I read, it's not good for their teeth or their bodies as well. Kind of similar to humans, but yeah. And carrots, I didn't know were kind of high in sugar as well, so he really loves these now. But I give him like 3 or sometimes 5. Yeah, I'm kind of given to it because he likes them so much, and they kind of add a texture. And but he wasn't into it for a while, and then now he likes it again. So yeah, I give him, but this should be more like 3 or 4, or just in between there, but not too much, because again, just think about the sugar. It's not good for them. Think of it, these are like donuts and like candy and stuff, and so this is like 1 to 2 a day, 2 a day at the most, up to 5, 2 drops on. You can put it on even this if you like, but I don't want to ruin since I can only give him 1, so I put him on one of these 2 drops, and 1 of these a day at the most. A sprinkle of this. You could use this too as their salad topper to kind of flavor their salad. I seen this one girl on YouTube do that, and that was kind of a neat idea. And this a quarter cup a day. Okay, and yeah, that's pretty much it. That's what his diet consists of, what my bunny likes to eat, all his favorite foods. And you can kind of change up the green regimen, the fresh foods, and give them other things like bell pepper, celery. Do your own research, but remember, try to not give too much oxalates like spinach and things like that. Kale is another good one. He loves kale, and it's really high in nutrients for their body. But yeah, other than that, that's pretty much what my bunny likes to eat. And I hope this was helpful for any of you pet owners out there who own a bunny. Okay, thanks, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Hopefully this was helpful. Thanks, and we'll see you next time.